Maybe the problem is the word DAT, right? Because what you're doing sounds much more than a treasury company. It sounds more like if I want to have access to the investment, all the revenue potential of Hype, and without going out and staking or getting involved in DeFi markets, or I can just buy your equity, right? But it's more than just a treasury company.
I love that you said that. So our tagline is more than just Hype. Hype being the native token of the Hyperliquid blockchain. But if you think about blockchains themselves as like cities, I think people have used this analogy before, and you're emitting these tokens, and ideally you want people to come and you want build there and create value and remain in these cities, right? And so Ethereum has done a really good job over the past decade building something that's very sticky, and now you're seeing institutions start to come and say, well, we want to deploy money markets, and we know it's very secure and decentralized, and that's great. But Ethereum has not done a good job of returning value to its token holders, right? It's the same price that it was 6 years ago, and technically it's inflated, at 3% per year, so you actually have less ETH than you did 6 years ago. With Hyperliquid, in its first year and a half of operating, the total supply has already been reduced by 5%. So if you maintain that momentum, and you have this exchange that offers you the ability to trade anything, crypto, equities, commodities, FX, pre-IPO, you're going to continue to see volumes accelerate there. And so for Hyperion's perspective, for context, we were the first public company to also list our own HIP-3 exchange on Hyperliquid. And so people were trading gold, NVIDIA, Tesla, oil on our markets, and we were generating fees agnostic to the performance of Hype and agnostic to the performance of crypto. And so you can take that model, build the same infrastructure with something like HIP-4 for outcome markets, and you can also build things for borrow lending, yield vaults like what discussed earlier today, privacy infrastructure, liquid staking tokens, and you bring trillions of institutional capital to the Hyper EVM, you now have the exposure to the growth of everything. And the important point to what Nico said is, these other digital asset treasuries are not able to do it because Ethereum and Solana, XRP, Avalanche, whatever, they're all last cycle protocols or primitives. So it's not like you're building something brand new. At Hyperliquid, you are. And that's why we believe it's so early to be here and to build with a lot of institutional focusing in mind.